Hello there, today I have Mini Lego Transformers animated Oilslick. Now this is obviously supposed to be a bike and it's obviously a little bit large for a bike. But my excuse is that it's a Cybertronian bike, so it can be whatever size it wants. And instead of wheels, there's treads, so that's what these cheese flow pieces are supposed to be, and these up here. So that is that. Yeah, once again it's a Cybertronian bike, so there are two separate treads in the front, and I think the back is one tread on its own. These sections right here doesn't take off the entire leg. Just come off. What the heck? Okay. These sections, I think they're like intakes or something. I don't know. I guess you can imagine this section is like where the driver sits, although there wouldn't be a driver since, you know, they're Transformers. They transform into vehicles. They wouldn't need to drive another guy's vehicle. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's his bike mode. This section right here is supposed to be his like the, I don't know, like the head thing in the bike. It's the front clip piece supposed to represent the horns. It's a very abstract build, but it works well enough. And yeah, there's not much else to say. I mean, I built his accessories. These don't actually appear in the show. These appear in like in an image of him for reference that I found. It looks pretty cool, and I just decided I wanted to build it. So here we are. It doesn't really go anywhere in vehicle mode. These are mainly built for robot mode. And by the way, this is the Doctor, or Scalpel. I think his name is Scalpel. He's like the little great Decepticon from Revenge of the Fallen. He has an animated design for some reason, and I'm pretty sure he's associated with Oilslick. So here's this build. I guess Scalpel can kind of ride the motorcycle. Doesn't clip on anywhere though. Like I said, this doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, let's move on to comparisons. As you can see, Cliffjumper is going to be the next Autobot build. Here he is with this stuff. This build is about 9.5 studs long, maybe 10, and almost 3.5 studs tall. Alright, here comes the transformation. So first thing you're gonna do is swivel these I don't know, these like intake sections back. Stand it up, obviously, and then swivel this entire section around so that this little gray piece is facing the front, and then straighten out these front pieces so that they're facing straight up. Then simply just fold them down. You can already see the robot mode coming together. Splay them out a little bit for right now, and then when they're straightened out on the clip pieces, you're gonna swivel this entire section down, and then on a second hinge, just swivel the head to the side like that to kind of recreate the effect that the head is on his shoulder. Since this build is kind of small, I couldn't actually like make a hinge to actually put it on his shoulder. So this is the compromise, and I think it's good enough. And then you simply swivel the legs out so that you can, to the point where you can like move them forward. And yeah, that is already him in his robot mode. So it's a pretty simple transformation, and it gets the job done. This is definitely my favorite of the two modes. It's pretty clean, it's accurate, and yeah, I think I got the proportions pretty good. Yeah, and I even have like the perfect piece for the head. This is also a very tight piece. It's probably not coming off anytime soon. You're gonna have to use a lot of force to get that off, but it looks good. It's perfect for Oilslick's head, and I've used it before. So your articulation, despite this being behind his shoulder, there is enough clearance for it to fully swivel around. So he has a universal joint at his arm, no elbows. His head can swivel, but it's really tight due to how it's connected, and you won't even notice anyway. And he does have a full waist swivel. And I guess you can call this an ab crunch. It's not really though, it's just the legs bending forward. And speaking of the legs bending forward, they can bend forward about 90 degrees and almost 90 degrees back. I think at around 45-degree angle because it bumps into this back piece. So yeah, that's a little bit hindered, but yeah, this is a pretty well articulated figure for its scale. Oh, also, if you want to, it can swivel like this. The legs can swivel. So yeah. Yeah, that's all the articulation. Now let's go to the... let's do the weapons before the comparison. So we have Scalpel here. Like I said, doesn't have anywhere to go. I mean, if you want to do this, you can, but it looks kind of dumb. His arm is all the way out. In the images, he is shown to be like mounted on his shoulder. You can do that, although it doesn't tab in, so he's just sitting there with the hope of gravity. So you put that back there. That's how he scales next to him, by the way. He's not that big. And here is the part that I was talking about. I just saw it on an image for reference, and I actually don't remember what to do with this exactly. So just bear with me. I think you take this off. There's definitely parts forming involved, but it's a weapon, so it's okay. Take this to the back. Remove this section, but leave that entire back section on, so it could properly attach. Excuse me for that. My nose is a little runny, but anyway. Move this piece. Does that move? I guess rotate the clip piece down on the bar and then swivel it to the side. I feel like something's missing. Whatever. So yeah, you do that. So you position it so that you can hold on, let me get this right. You can swivel this piece over his shoulder like so. So you have something like this. It looks like this little cord that's reaching around and going onto his shoulder. So there you have that. And then you attach this, and this isn't an excuse just to make it more accurate. A piece like this does actually show up on his shoulder in this mode, so this is accurate. And then all you have to do left is attach this piece, and there you go. That's his other mode. Yeah. So this is supposed to be a gun. It doesn't look that good. I guess with this you can kind of pretend it has a what is it called? Elbow joint, but it doesn't really. It can't move out that far because this piece is in the way, but it is articulated, so you can do that. This is kind of supposed to be a cord, but that's just kind of an I don't know what it's called. It's just a piece that moves around and stuff, so you can place this on the shoulder. And it should be connected to the gun, but it's not. This can attach to the other side, just to see what that looks like. But in the image, it is attached on the other side. I'm not sure what this mode was going to be used for. I just saw it in the images. If you search up Transformers Animated Oilslick, I think you'll find it. I'm not sure what it's called. It just looked cool, so I wanted to build it. It is a double-barreled gun, by the way. And the light green on here is supposed to be it's supposed to be transparent, like on this piece, but these pieces don't come in that color or that specific type of plastic, so it had to look like this. So like this is like, it's like an oozing jar gun. I don't know what it is. You can still attach a scalpel on there. This is what the image looked like, by the way. Scalpel was on there. So yeah, let me just take this off. I'm gonna actually, I already did comparisons with the other mode in the blur video, so I'm gonna do comparisons like this in this video. Here he is with this stuff, and here he is with my other animated builds. Oilslick is 7 studs tall, and that is all I have for now, so I'll see you guys next time with Cliff Jumper.